Good evening, students and parents. We have been learning how to divide fractions. So I will show you how to use 3 different methods to divide this one fraction. First, we would do the algorithm, which is the reciprocal way. Then we would use a tape diagram method. And last, we would use the area model method. So, using the reciprocal, when you divide a fraction by a fraction, we're going to use the keep, change, flip method. So, we will put K, C, F. It's just a reminder. And that means we are going to keep the first number. We're going to change the sign from division to multiplication. And because multiplication is the opposite of division, we're going to flip this last number. So instead of 1/4, we're going to change it to 4/1. And now, as we do with regular multiplication of fractions, we would just multiply straight across and see that 5 times 4 equals 20. And 8 times 1 equals 8. And whenever you get a fraction that can be reduced, please do so. So 8 goes into 20 2 times. That gives you 16. You have 4 left over. So 4/8 will give you 1/2. And that is the reduced fraction. Now to do the tape diagram, we're going to look back at our original problem. And what that does is it allows us to draw a rectangle. And we're going to divide this rectangle according to our problem. So using the denominator, we call this our first boss. Our first boss told us to divide this box into 8 pieces. So I would start and be as even as I can possibly be without a ruler and divide this into 8 pieces. Okay, now the second one says to take that same size rectangle and divide it into 4 pieces. Okay, trying to be even once again, I will divide this into 4. Now from the first one, it says to shade in 5 of the 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the second one, it says to shade in 1 of the 4 blocks. Now the question that you ask is, how many times does 1/4 go into 5/8? So when you look at your model, that's saying how many times does 1/4 block go into 5/8 of the blocks? We see that it can go 1 time right here, but then we still have space to shade more, so let's shade in another one. So it go in 2 times, and now there's only 1/2 that we need to shade in, so we can only shade in half of that box. And as you can see, your answer comes to 2 1/2, which is equal to the 2 1/2 that you found out using the algorithm. So now we go down to the area model. So using our same problem, 5/8 divided by 1/4, this time we're going to use the denominator to tell us what kind of grid. Now using the area model, you just have to remember that length times width equals area. So we're going to draw our box. And it don't have to be perfect, but we're going to divide it into 8 columns. So going down, dividing it into 8. Okay, we have 4. Okay, so we have 8 columns. So just remember that each one of these columns is considered 1/8. Now it tells us to divide it into 4. So we're going to use that as the width. And divide it into 4 going across. Just remember to keep the 2 divisions of the boxes separate. But I'm going to put this 1/4 over here to let you know that each row is considered 1/4. Now, because we are dividing we are actually pulling these boxes apart. And we're going to divide it into 4s going across, just as we did the top box, and 8 going down. Okay, so we have done what our numerators told us to do. It said to draw a box and divide it one way by 8 and the other way by 4. Now we'll do what our numerators tell us to do. This numerator said, take those 8ths, which we divided in columns, and color in 5 full columns. So I color in 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, and 5 columns. All right, now the bottom says take those 4 rows and color in 1 row. So these are our rows going across, and we are just going to color in one whole row, not one box. Okay, so we colored in 1 whole row. Now to find your new fraction, which is the quotient of your division problem, we're going to count the boxes. At the top we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 will be our numerator. And let's go to our downstairs box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 will be our denominator. If you look back up, you have the 20 over 8, which is the same thing you got here, 20 over 8. And when you reduce it, it is equal to 2 1/2, which is also the same thing you got here. So when you do your CFA, just remember you can use the algorithm, which is the reciprocal method, and you can use either the tape diagram or the area model to solve, and you should be fine.